All right, welcome back to the channel. This is Ivy's Air and Water Tarot. Gemini. Let's see what my Gemini's got going on. Personal love reading here for Gemini for the collective. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Cross watchers, you're welcome. To all my extended tarot family, thanks for joining us. Thanks for subscribing, liking, and sharing the videos. All right, let's get this for Gemini. It may not resonate with everyone. Just take what does and leave the rest for someone else. You could be dealing with a Cancer. We're going to put these back. Scoot that up here. Let's get Gemini, please, Spirit. Get a little bit more information on Gemini at the current moment. This is going to be for the end of July, first 2 weeks of August. For my Geminis, please, Spirit. All right, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Gemini. All right, 2 down here. Actually, 3. Okay, time is running out. That's for somebody. Time is running out. You could be dealing with an Aries. You could also be dealing with a Libra. So, Aries, Sagittarius, Cancer, Libra, time is running out. For whoever needs to hear that. Time is running out for someone that you could be dealing with, or time is running out for you, Gemini, in a relationship. All right, now let's get into some advice for you. We're going to go with the Wednesday deck first, and then I'm going to pull you some fairy cards. This is for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please, Holy Spirit. This is for Gemini. One more good shuffle. We'll get her out here. This is passionate. There's passion in here. All right, let's get a couple of cards for Gemini. Gemini, Holy Spirit. Tell me the current energies for Gemini. All right, we have the Psychic Skeptic. You could have psychic abilities and someone is skeptical. Okay, we have the Hive Code. And we have toxic behavior. Bottom of the deck is something unexpected. So something unexpected is going to happen, Gemini. Ooh, that's exciting. All right, Psychic Skeptic and the Worker Bee here with the Hive Code. So I feel like somebody is skeptic of your abilities. You may have a little bit of gifts, or someone you're dealing with has gifts and you're skeptic of the gifts that they have. You don't believe in such a thing for somebody here. Hive Code is the Worker Bee. You work a lot. You take care of your stability, your financial wealth, and you work heavily, constantly. Somebody works a lot with the Hive Code. Okay, it's the Worker Bee card. Working and not taking enough time out for yourself. We have toxic behavior, nightshade poisoning. And so somebody could have addictions here in a relationship, or you could just, you know, have, you're taking in something too much a little bit. Maybe you have too much coffee. Maybe you're drinking too much Red Bulls. You know, we also have some, looks like beads there, and I'm going to take that as maybe somebody takes too much medication, for whoever that is. Maybe they take too many Tylenols, or, you know, too many ibuprofens or something like that. But I feel like there's toxic behavior, consuming too much of something. All right, and then here we have something unexpected is going to happen at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like somebody may show up for you unexpectedly, Gemini. And I also get maybe somebody smokes too much. Maybe you smoke too many cigarettes in a day. Okay, and we're all guilty of that, some of us. Anyway, something unexpected is going to happen, Gemini. And so maybe somebody drinks too much coffee. I'm guilty of that myself. I see coffee here. So somebody's going to show up for you out of the blue. Let's get some fairy advice, and then we'll get into your tarot. Let's get some advice for Gemini, please, Holy Spirit. Any messages that Spirit would like to say to Gemini at this time? I saw the Wheel of Fortune. All right, messages for Gemini. Don't want to take too long, so we're going to get at it and then get into your tarot. We'll pull a couple cards here. We have Princess of Autumn. Studious, responsible, cheerful, mischievous. Okay, happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. Well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get going. So your energy right here is happy news. Could be about your job. Could be promotions and scholarships. Somebody's definitely a worker bee here. Okay, they may work hard at school and studying. For some of you, could be your job. You may be getting a promotion. You have well thought out plans that are perfect. They're going to go perfectly. So you may have well thought out plans about your future. Could be a relationship needing a little push to get going. So I feel like you need a little push. You need a little get up and go energy here. These things may happen for you in autumn, and a lot of people are going back to school. So a lot of you, this could be school. Okay, a lot of you are going to get a lot of good things and good attendance and good scholarships and happy news about the career choices that you're going to choose, those classes to build that career. And then well thought out plans for your future. For older people, this is going to be promotions and well thought out plans to build your future success. But you need a little push to get going. So I feel like some of you are responsible. You're cheerful during this time, and maybe even a little mischievous. And mischievous, you know, you may go out on a little adventure. You may feel mischievous. You may want to go out and flirt, have a little fun while you're doing these studying. I see the books here while you're at the library. You may flirt with a couple of people here, Gemini. But we've got mischievous but cheerful energy. And I feel like this is all going to happen in autumn. We have an awakening here as well with the Hangman energy. So change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in the action. So there could be an awakening happening for some of you. And this is the Hangman energy. And it could be a temporary pause in any action that you're taking forward in a relationship. Let's get one more. for Gemini. We have the Empress. So time to take action. So there may have already been a temporary pause, and you may have been in quiet reflection, changing your perspective on the situation. And the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. Okay, time to take action. You need a little push to get going here in the autumn season. So the time to take action in the autumn season, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. Okay, so some of you are going to be successful this autumn. Your creativity is going to flow. You have cheerful energy. And I feel like there's two peas in a pod here. So somebody may be coming unexpectedly, showing up for you, and you're two peas in a pod. That's for some of you. You may know that person. But I feel like there's cheerful energy, and you've already done the quiet reflection, already probably took a pause, took time out for yourself this summer. And so now you're going to come out in a cheerful, more happy, stable mood. And things, it's time to take action. You need a little push to get going. Your creativity and success are going to start blooming in the autumn season. And the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Spring. So brilliant, loyal, talented, friendly. And I feel like this was back in the spring. Believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you maintain a balance between work and home life. Like I said, we've got the worker bee right here. Somebody's a worker bee, not taking enough time out for themselves. And maybe that's contributing to the toxic behavior that you're currently feeling, consuming too much of something, maybe while you're at work, maybe drinking too much Red Bull, too much coffee, smoking too much, could be any of those things. But anyway, feels like I heard something at my back door. But anyway, we'll keep on going. Let's go ahead and get into your tarot, and I think I'm going to start with this deck here. I'm going to pause this for a minute, guys. We're going to check that back door just a second. All right, guys. I'm sorry about that. Just wanted to check things out. All right, this is for Gemini. Holy Spirit, let's get some tarot on the Geminis. If you like this video, please subscribe, share. Please hit the like button. Become part of the tarot family. Hit the notification bell. You'll know when my readings are coming out. And this next month, I'm going to try, like I'll be starting with Cancer for the very beginning of August, but we're already doing some of August for you. I'm going to try to get these signs out more frequently. And, ooh, somebody could get pregnant here, Gemini. I see the Empress with a pregnant belly. So, look out. That's not something you want. Protect yourself now. But anyway, I need to be getting the signs done more thoroughly and quickly. But I'm a busy woman, so I've had to do it the way I do it. All right. Let's get Gemini's current energy here. Who are they dealing with? Your current energy is the Star card. You could have Aquarius in your chart, or you could be dealing with an Aquarius. But I feel like the Star card here is telling me with that awakening that you're healing. You're healing. You're coming out of that awakening and quiet reflection, and you're becoming the star. So the spotlight may be on you, Gemini. Some of you may be creators. All right, now let's get the person that Gemini is dealing with in the recent past. Okay, we have the Page of Wands. You could be dealing with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. We do have Aries and Sagittarius here on the board, and it is also Leo season. A lot of fire energy surrounding a lot of readings. We have the Four of Wands. You could have been in a commitment or are in a commitment, or someone is going to surprise you unexpectedly with an offer of commitment. Let's get some more information on who Gemini is dealing with in the recent past. Okay, we have the Wheel of the Year, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And I see all the seasons here on this wheel. So the wheel is turning. Cycles are being closed out for some of you. New cycles are beginning for some of you. We have the Ten of Cups. So I feel like a new cycle in love is about to come about unexpectedly. With that Ten of Cups, it's a loving relationship. Like I said, I see children here. And then I saw the Empress Pregnant Belly card in the shuffle. So be careful. You could get pregnant with this person. Or you already have a child with this person with the commitment card. Okay, so unexpectedly, I feel like this person's going to show back up. They're going to come back and the wheel is going to get turning and you're going to have a brand new beginning with that new cycle in love. Four of Wands, commitment, also chalices. I saw Cancer on the board, so you could be dealing with a Cancerian. Let's get some more information. All right, now how does Gemini feel about this person? Do they know this person? Have they been in a commitment with this person? Ooh, we got reversals here. Okay, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. Cancer, Scorpio, Piscean energy. And we have the Seven of Swords. Here they are in the upright. So, Gemini, this tells me you know this person. And they are in the negative aspect. So, somebody who was a soulmate energy, Two of Cups, who you probably were in a commitment with, who did some shady horse manooey bullshit, decided that they were going to try to get away with something with that Seven of Swords in reverse. They thought they got away with it. But I'm here to tell you that I don't think they did. They didn't get away with it because it looks to me like this person's having to come back around and try to beg for a new cycle. Because why? You probably said, "Oh no, you don't, mister," or Missy. I've caught you. You're out the door. You ain't getting away with that on me. Let's see what the bottom of the deck is. Four of Chalices. Here we go. Here's this person coming back around. They're spinning that wheel in the mud. Their tires in the mud because here you are. You're sitting there. You could have water in your chart, but you're bored of this person. You could be seeing dragonflies a lot as well. But this person's coming back and you're not even interested. All right, let's get some more information on what happened between this person and the Geminis. Seven of Wands, you feel guarded. You got to pick your wand up. You're going to take it and do battle. You're very heavily guarded here. Happy hearth, happy home. They ruined that for you. So you're grabbing the wand and digging in your heels. You're putting up the wall. Let's get some more information. What happened between this person and my Geminis? Okay. Knight of Cups could have been a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, they keep on trying to hide their emotions and hide other things. Wearing a mask, I believe. I don't see a mask, but I just get that message. Wearing a false mask. Now they're got to heal because they're in regret. Now they're stuck worrying and in regret of what they did. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here with the swords. Or you sitting there thinking, how could they have done this to me? Why would this person do such a thing to me? I feel like this might be my Gemini sitting there thinking. And you're absolutely just taken back on how this person could do such a thing to you. You all were in a commitment. This could have been a marriage here. They thought they got away with something, but they didn't. They were your soulmate. You're heavily guarded now. And they just keep bringing in that cup of love that you're no longer interested in with that Four of Cups. Somebody's got to make something right here. And right now you're in the star energy. You're healing. You're filling your own cups. And you're the star of your own show right now. You are the star. You may be getting out and about, showing yourself off. Let's see what the future says. We know this person's coming back around. They want a new cycle with you. All right, we've got the Two of Swords. Two of Swords. So it says, I see two people here. They're about to ready to get down and fight for you, Gemini. They're fighting for Gemini. Gemini may have options. They're walking around looking like the star. Okay, they're about to fight for you. Eight of Cups. I feel like my Geminis are walking away. You don't want confrontation and you don't want to have to choose right now because you're too busy working your butt off as the worker bee. You just came out of the awakening. Maybe you're awakened to what happened in this commitment. You took time out, paused the action between the two of you. Now the Empress card, you're coming out as the Empress. And you also are going to have good things to follow in the autumn season. Cheerful, responsibility. You're going to be mischievous. You want to get around and take that single energy and go play with it. So you're leaving that in the past. Even if these two people fight for you, with that Four of Cups, you just didn't look interested. Let's get some more information on the future for my Gemini. We have the Moon card. Piscean energy, you can also see it as Cancer energy. You may have water in your chart, but whatever was hidden, you now see it with that awakening card. Okay, and this person from your past, because the moon can also reflect the past. And I see that little smirk on that moon there. It's grinning at you. This person wants to come back with a new cycle. They want to try to beg for your forgiveness. They want their Ten of Cups back. But you're sitting over here thinking about moving on. Eight of Cups. You don't want no horse shit. All right, now let's keep going for the future here. We'll get some clarification. One more card. Here we got the Ten of Wands. This sucker feels like a burden for you. You want to get that heavy weight lifted off your back, Gemini. You're tired of carrying the burden. I see a squirrel here. They're going to start coming out in the autumn season. You want to get that burden off your back before autumn comes. You're ready to take that star card, that star energy, move around single, Gemini. You want to mingle. You want to be a little mischievous. For those of you that are going to school, you're focused on your studies and flirting around at the library. All right, let's get some clarification. We got the Two of Pentacles. Okay, like I said, there's two people here, and I don't feel like this is you. I feel like there's two people trying to fight for your attention. Okay, you're having to juggle a little bit of your work along with your relationships, and you got two people fighting for you. Two Pentacles here. I don't see it as money. I see it as two people fighting for your attention, Gemini. All right, let's get clarification. We're going to clarify with the Vampire deck. This is for Gemini, Holy Spirit, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Gemini. This is going to be for the rest of July, which we don't have much left. And the first 2 weeks of August. Right now, we're in the Aquarian full moon. Full moon in Aquarius going on right now. All right, let's see what we got for Gemini. We're going to clarify the cards for my sweet Geminis. I'm a Gemini Cancer cusp. So good to know information. Somebody's coming in unexpectedly here, Gemini. All right. Let's clarify the Page of Wands, please. All right. We have the Three of Swords. This Page of Wands here broke your heart. Yep, you may have been in a marriage with this person with the Four of Wands. We're about to find out, but I feel like they broke your heart as they were doing some shady horse shit. They tried to get away with something. They were your soulmate, Two of Cups. Four of Wands is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. Let me cover that up a little bit. YouTube doesn't like nudity. All right, the Seven of Pentacles here. So you were working with this person in a commitment, and you are the worker bee. You may have been providing. There may have been codependency here with that Seven of Pentacles. They may have been codependent on your financial stability. Four of Wands, a marriage here. Let's get the Wheel of the Year. Let's get the Wheel of Fortune. All right, we have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. This is you, Gemini. Okay, and when the sword comes in with the Knight there, the King, by God, excuse me, this is the Knight. When the Knight comes in of the Swords, they speak a truth and they'll cut you off quick. I feel like that new cycle, you're just going to cut this person off for a while. It feels like a heavy burden to you. I think you're enjoying your single energy. You're mischievous, wanting to flirt. You got two people fighting for you. Knight of Swords here, coming in quick, swift communication to this person when they come back. You don't want no part of it. And that could be sharp tongue as well. So you may say some hurtful words to this person. Ten of Cups. Let's get the Ten of Cups, Gemini. All right. We've got the Chariot, Cancerian energy, major arcana here too. With the Wheel, that's 2 major arcana. Star card, we got 3 major arcana. The Moon, we got 4. All right, we've got the Chariot. So you're going to get right in your chariot and you're going to move on down the road with the 8 of Cups. You're driving your chariot in a new direction. All right, let's keep going. Let's get the 7 of Swords in reverse, please. Holy Spirit, we've got the Star card again. It's the Aquarius full moon right now. You could have Aquarius in your chart, but you're the star now. This person fumbled you. They messed up. Now you're the star. They may see you as the star too. 2 of Cups in reverse, please, Holy Spirit. And you're healing, by the way. You're doing the healing too. 2 of Cups in reverse. We got 2 here that want to jump out. All right, we got the 5 of Pentacles. You feel left out in the cold. You've been abandoned by what this person did. And you also have the 8 of Swords. So you felt trapped up in your head, bound by the chains of this relationship, bound by the chains of marriage here. And now you're walking away. Let's get the 7 of Wands. Clarify the 7 of Wands for me, Holy Spirit. All right, we have the 6 of Swords. Moving to calmer waters. You feel guarded. You got to put your wand up against this person. Now you want to move to calmer waters with that 6 of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. That's you, Gemini, moving away to calmer waters. Knight of Cups is clarified by the 2 of Wands. You made a decision here. You made a decision here not to take this offer. And you've got the Page of Cups. Again, Knight of Cups. So the Page of Cups, you decided you're not going to take that offer. But they're going to come again with that Wheel of Fortune. And here we got the Page of Cups. So they came in as a knight. You didn't accept that offer. They're going to come again. Except you whittled this person down to a page. And looky, looky, we got the Wheel of Fortune again. They're coming again, Gemini. Look out. They're coming again. Let's get the Four of Swords for Gemini, please, Holy Spirit. Give me the Four of Swords. Ooh, this is a sparky reading, Gemini. You're going to give this person a what for. You're going to tell them straight where to go. Four of Swords, please, Holy Spirit. All right. We've got the Magician. You're manifesting new beginnings here. Promotions. People. Star energy. You're going to have cheerful times coming up in the autumn season. You're manifesting every bit of it, and you're going to see success in the autumn season. All right, let's get the Ten of Wands. Let's get the Ten of Wands for my Geminis. All right, we've got the Priestess. You may be using your intuition and the Hierophant. Okay, you could have Taurus in your chart. You could be dealing with a Taurus. High Priestess is also Cancerian energy. You could be dealing with a Cancerian or have Cancer in your chart. I see a lot of Cups energy. I think you might have water in your chart there, Gemini. Some of us are Gemini Cancer cuspids. So you're using your intuition. You feel like this shit's a burden. You're going to move it on down the road with the Eight of Cups. You're getting in your chariot. You're driving away in a new direction. And with the Hierophant, I feel like you're talking to your higher self. You're using that intuition, speaking to your spirit guides. You may be praying to Jesus for a turnaround in your life. You need a turnaround. And now you're coming out as the Star card. You did the healing. Way to go, Gemini. I've got to say props to you. Two of Swords. Let's get it. Let's see who's fighting for my Geminis. Let's clarify the Gemini fight here. Oh, we got the Four of Pentacles. So I feel you're locking it down, locking it up tight. And we've got this Mastery Knight here. You don't want any part of this people fighting for you. You want to stay in that single energy for some of you. You're in the Star energy. Success is coming. You're in that Empress energy. Stability. Getting ready to achieve a promotion in the autumn season. Getting ready to do Thanksgiving and Halloween with your family, and flirtatious, you may get a nice, somebody consumes too much coffee. I saw coffee over here. But you may go out and get you one of those pumpkin lattes. Go enjoy the fall festivals. All right, we got the Temperance card. You're doing the healing. You're balancing things out in your own life, balancing things out in the heart, the mind, the soul. Could also be dealing with a Sagittarius, another major arcana. Okay, let's get the Eight of Cups. Let's get the Eight of Cups for Gemini. Just remember, look out, watch out. This person's coming back around. Two Wheels of Fortune. They're not going to give up on you, Gemini. Something unexpected is going to happen. All right, let's get the Eight of Cups for Gemini, please, Holy Spirit. All right, we got the Nine of Wands, Wounded Warrior. She's got blood on her hands. She's been wounded. You've had to do battle here with this person. You put your wand up there, your Seven of Wands, you're guarded. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, they're still going to come in and try to work on this situation, whether you're feeling wounded or not. Okay, but you're doing the healing. You're coming out as the Star energy. Okay, so this person, they're just all regretful here. They may be coming out as the Wounded Warrior. Because I feel like my Geminis have healed. They're Star energy. They're successful. They're the Empress. They're successful in the autumn season. So this person here must be the Wounded Warrior, in my opinion. Because Gemini done a number on them with that Knight of Swords energy. You said some sharp, hurtful things to this person. And if you haven't, you're going to. because they're coming back around. Let's get that moon card and we'll close her out and get some advice for my Geminis. Well, here we go. We've got the Justice card. You darn right. Using that intuition. Like I said, that moon's got a smirk on its face. You're using that intuition, talking to your higher self, praying to Jesus to turn this situation around, and justice is coming in, baby. Balance of the scales with that Temperance card. Balancing things out. You're balancing your emotions. You're absolutely feeling good in that star energy. So August is going to be all right. It's going to be all right for you, Gemini, but watch out. This person's coming back around. They're not about to give up on this. So you're trying to leave it in the past. You got decisions to make. You got people fighting over your attention. But we got the Justice card. Could also be dealing with a Libra, another major arcana. Lots of major arcana on the board here. So you got the Wheel of Change coming in. And you're taking that Chariot and moving in a new direction. A lot of good things going to happen for you at the end of August, early September. Okay, so look forward to that season because it's all about success for you, Gemini. You got your sword in your outfit there, we'll say. You're ready to do battle if necessary, but by God, the judgment is coming. Justice, balancing of the scales. This person's going to get some justice, some karma. And I feel like you're going to come in with a sharp tongue. If you haven't, you've already done it, or you will. Look out, this person's coming back. What's the advice for my Geminis? Okay, we got the Page of Wands in reverse. So your advice is to watch out for this person. Okay, don't accept this offer. It's telling you, Spirit's telling you it's no good. This person hasn't changed a damn bit, and they're gonna come back in with that Page of Wands energy, that fiery energy. It is Leo season. You could be dealing with Leo. But they're going to come back in with that fiery, hot, passionate, let me give you this, let me give you that, little some of this, little some of that. And you just aren't going to have it. And Spirit's telling you, don't take it. Keep on driving that chariot, baby. You got success coming in. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups. Okay? Five of Cups. So if this person comes in, you're just going to end up in that Five of Cups energy again. You don't want that. You don't want to be bored and disappointed. They're going to bring you disappointment. Watch out, Gemini. Look out. All right, let's get some tea leaf advice for my sweet Geminis. Let's go with this one. I used this one yesterday. Let's go with this one for my Geminis. It's a beautiful reading to say that my Geminis are going to take care of business. Yep, looks like you're going to take care of business. Let's get some advice for Gemini. We got flowers, happiness. We're going to have a good season come September, baby. Firecracker. You're a firecracker with that star card. You're pumping everybody's excitement. Let's get a couple of tea leaves for Gemini. All right, we have the crib. Birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Woo, be careful. Some of you might get pregnant. I saw that pregnant energy with that Empress pregnant belly card. Frying pan, trouble, accusations. This person's going to bring you trouble. You better be careful. They may take you out on a whim, and if you're not careful, you get pregnant with this person, then all of a sudden, boom. You got trouble, accusations happening, disappointment with that Five of Cups energy. Wind chimes, peace and harmony. That's where you need to stay, Gemini. Need to stay in peace and harmony. All right, we got our last two. We got the bird flying. News is on the way. You got news up here. We got right here happy news about your career promotions or scholarships. Well thought out plans that go perfectly. Okay, so you got good news on the way. We got pen, new job, career goes right with this card here. And you also have something unexpected is going to happen, but I feel like it's that person going to show up again. All right, let's just get one more. One more. All right, we've got the chair field. Someone new is entering your life. Okay, so you got someone new here. We've already got two people with that two of swords over here. Here it is. I'm going to drag it out. We got two people fighting for you. This one says, hey, I want that Gemini. And this one says, what you talking about, man? That's my Gemini. All right, so you got people fighting for you. Someone new is entering your life. They could have brown hair. All right, that's what I've got for you, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel, Ivy's Air and Water Tarot 515. And we'll see you next time. Ciao.